Well, hello there. My name is Jake, and today I will be walking you all through and showing you the updated version of the Redstone Hotel. This is possibly one of the coolest Redstone creations you guys will ever see. I'm so happy with how this guy turned out. Not only did I completely change the looks and make it look a little bit more modern and a bit more fancy, but I also went ahead and completely redid all the redstone. So if you guys haven't seen the previous Redstone Hotel, I recommend that you guys do. There will be a link down in the description, but this is the more updated version where the redstone's working much better. It looks much better, and overall, the experience is just absolutely amazing. Now, not only does this Redstone Hotel have, a bunch of cool fancy features to actually open the doors for you automatically, give you your own room key and stuff like that, and a working elevator, which allows you to go up and down all the way to the roof into the lobby, but it also has a complimentary chicken farm where you can get chicken from your own room for free with chicken farms on the roof, which is a pretty cool idea. Anyway, this is just a prototype of what the design is going to look like. I will be adding more to this. Sort of like with the chicken farm idea, we can add in a mail service that can go all the way to different rooms, and overall just making the Redstone Hotel that much better. So I'm planning on doing much more versions of Redstone Hotels. But anyway, let's go ahead and I will show you guys what this thing looks like from the inside. And here we are entering the lobby. Now it's nothing too fancy. Overall, the building is very simplistic. I was just doing the building to show off this crazy redstone behind this contraption, because boy, I will tell you, there is a lot of redstone in a very small space. But yeah, the lobby, it's very simple. It's a nice little alleyway that leads you up to the elevator, tells you what floor you're on, which is the lobby, and then it has a nice little button right there to head in the upwards direction. So just sort of line up in the middle, push the up button, and boom, you will be launched up to the first floor of the hotel. Now this is pretty much what every floor looks like. It's a little 2x4 room, not a whole lot of area to move around here, but it is bigger than the previous design. So this way, if somebody actually wants to use the elevator while you're in it, you can, chill here, you can let them pass, and then you can hop back on the elevator and go up to floor number 2. Awesome, that's pretty cool. So over here, we have our two little elevator buttons. The button on this side goes ahead and goes down a floor, so we can push that, go down, and then we can push that again to go down again, down to the lobby, and then we can head back up. And then on the button on the other side, you push it, and it heads in the upwards direction. So it's a very simple elevator, and you can head up floors like crazy. Like, look how fast we're heading up. And then you can also head down floors pretty fast. Let's go ahead, and we'll hop down to floor number 3. Okay, so anyway, once you get in a floor, the next step is going to be these little iron doors. So this is where their houses are. So somebody's going to be living in there, and if you're living on the 3rd floor, then you're gonna be chilling over there, and that's their house. Now, what we actually did is these are iron doors, but they're powered already. So if you try to take a button, and you put a button here, and you're trying to get in, you're not going to be able to. The only way in this hotel is by actually breaking down the wall and sneaking in, and that's illegal. You can't break down walls. What are you, crazy? But anyway, the correct way to actually enter a room, not using just a simple redstone button or anything like that, are using these cool little key cards. Anyway, all the rooms are 1A and 1B, but you can obviously change those to whatever you want. And you don't have to use paper for the key card. If you wanted to use like a piece of gold and you name it, room something something, then you can just go ahead and do that. But it's any item you guys want. These two particular rooms, to open up this door, you need room 1A, and to open up this door, you need room 1B. And then all you do is you put in your room 1B key card, you go ahead, push the button, and then the door will open, and it'll close just like that very quickly. You will go ahead, walk on in, and then if you check this bottom chest right here, you actually get your key card back. So now I have my key card back, and I can go ahead and even leave, and boom, I'm back in the elevator. I can go up a floor. Hey, now I'm on floor 4. I can go down a floor, and then if I want to head back home, all I have to do is put in my key card, push the button, and this time it's very quickly, the door opens right away, and you can get your key card back. Awesome, sweet, awesome. You gotta love when Redstone works out perfectly. But welcome to your apartment. I did spend quite a bit of time making this, and I'm very happy with how it looks. So over here, this is sort of the, smeltery area. You got some nice storage chests. This bottom one is for your key cards, and these other ones are just for whatever you guys want to have in there. This is the chicken shower, which we will get to later. It's a little bit ridiculous, but it's still a cool idea. Then we have sort of a seat right here. You can watch some TV. Oh, this is also for the chicken shower. So let me go ahead and explain how the chicken shower works. So on the roof, we have a little bit of a chicken farm, and the chickens are producing a bunch of cooked chicken. That chicken gets funneled down through hoppers, and the hoppers actually pass right through this room and head on down to the floor. And while they pass through this room, they actually drop off some chicken in that dropper right there. And once the chicken's down in the lobby, it follows a nice little water pathway, and that's where it gets shot up through this awesome item elevator. Now every room sort of has an item elevator poking through it. If you see up there, that's sort of the room above us. But the chicken just goes flying through this glass chute all the way up to the roof. It will then be cycled down through the little hoppers where, you can take it out from your room. So it's just a nice complimentary chicken shower that also looks pretty cool because you just have chicken flying through your house 24/7. Who wouldn't want chicken flying through their house? That's amazing. Anyway, if we continue our tour, we head on over here. This is a cool little feature. I actually added in a little bit of a light switch up here at the top. So this is your chest room along with a nice view, a nice scenic view looking out into the sunset. But if you guys wanted to actually turn off the lights and leave, you could do that. And the cool thing about this room is this actually has slabs on the floor, so monsters won't spawn in it, and you'll be good to go. But it's just a cool little feature to add in some lights. We head on over here. We got ourselves some beds. This is where some nice armor stands can go with your armor on them. And you have a little toilet and a little flower. Awesome, perfect little hotel room. Nothing more that you would really need or want. So yeah, we got chicken doing a constant cycle throughout the hotel room, but let me show you the coolest part, and that is the chicken shower. So if we actually go ahead and flick this lever up, what's gonna start happening is chicken will start flowing out of the dropper down into that hopper. Now, unfortunately, you might notice that it's a little bit laggy on this server, and that's because once you turn on the chicken showers, it starts lagging like crazy, simply because we have a clock down on the lobby floor, and it's powering all of these showers all at the same time. So if we turn on that clock, we really start lagging. So it's something that we're gonna have to fix in the next version, is possibly do away with the chicken showers, even though it's such a cool idea. So this is how you get your food. You just stand under, and boom, chicken will rain down on you like you are a goddess of ancient Egypt and you love chicken very much, and it's just showering on you. That's so cool, dude. Like, who wouldn't want a chicken shower in their room? One of the coolest things ever. But it's a little bit laggy, so we'll definitely fix that in the upcoming versions of the hotel. It was just an idea. If we go ahead and turn that off and actually turn off the clock downstairs, it will stop lagging. But of course, oh, the chicken funnel, it's still going. It looks sweet. You just see like a little chicken flying through your apartment room every so often. But yeah, that's what the rooms look like on the inside. Now, as for the roof, what we got going on here is you can see the chicken flies up, and it flies up with such a tremendous speed. Like, I have never seen an item fly up that fast. That is absolutely ridiculous, but it flies up with such a crazy speed that we have to have this little catching device here at the top so it catches the chicken, and the chicken gets sort of dropped down into these hoppers here, where they will go down and continue the cycling through all the rooms until somebody turns on their shower, and then that's where the chicken will start going. Now, I haven't actually built any chicken farms up here, but presumably what would happen is you would have a little chicken farm up here supplying chicken to the entire hotel, and then the chicken will just go through a little cycle, and once somebody turns on their shower, that's when they'll actually start using the chicken. And then you have one for these apartments, and then you also have another set for the other apartments over here. It doesn't really work out perfectly. Like I said, if you turn on the showers, the hotel just starts lagging simply because it is so massive. There are 8 floors in this hotel with 16 different rooms. That's a little bit ridiculous, and the rooms are of a pretty absurd size. Like, there's a lot of space here. I believe each hotel room is actually 5 blocks tall this time, so you have a lot of space, and there's just a whole lot of redstone. Now, here's what the hotel rooms actually look like if we would take them apart piece by piece. Essentially, this is what I made and then you just gotta copy it 8 different times, or however high you want your hotel to be. It could just be, you know, these 2 rooms with a nice little elevator in between and a fun little security feature. But this is what it sort of looks like. Now the redstone is what I am super proud of. Essentially, the card reading system is the exact same that we used in the previous hotel design, where we just have a little item sorter and we just have that guy going down here, and that just triggers the little iron doors. So instead of using pistons this time, we're using iron doors, and then in the middle here, all we have is a, you know, simple little slime block elevator. So nothing too complex, but we did manage to fit it in quite the space. Like, this is almost perfect. The only things that we could add is fix up the chicken elevator, and I'm also hoping in the future versions we can actually add some, you know, more fun redstone versions to the room. So sort of more things like this little light switch that we got going on here. But yeah, that is it. This is what the redstone looks like by itself. So just having the redstone in one side, and this is just the whole redstone portion. So there will be a world download link in the description with all these different versions. So if you guys want just the redstone, feel free to actually design your own like hotel. That's kind of the fun part of this redstone project. You know, it supplies you with the essentials, which is essentially an elevator and a nice little item card reader, which allows you to enter the correct hotel room. And you can pretty much build whatever hotel your mind can come up with. And my mind managed to come up with a crazy chicken elevator for some reason. Anyway, guys, hopefully you all have enjoyed. We'll download link down in the description. And be sure to check out the live stream where I actually built this all live. I saved it as one of my videos here on YouTube. So if you guys want to check me building this thing from scratch, basically. And also if you guys have any other ideas of what you would like me to add to this hotel, because I think it would be a fun project if we were to update this thing every so often. You know, possibly put in like a cool swimming pool in the lobby, or redstone doors everywhere, secret entrances, stuff like that. It would always be fun. Anyway, my name is Jake, or Crew Productions. Hopefully you all have enjoyed, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next redstone video. Adios.